So I've got the main parts for putting the head together for the sandworm. I'm going to use two of the 1 1/4 inch, and that will be, those will be cut up into 3-foot sections, and that will be the base for the head, which will actually be the top layer of the sandworm's body. And then this third piece will go to frame in the sides and the main structure of the head. And then these 1/2 inch pipes will go to shape out the mouth of the larger head of the sandworm. And then we're going to build a second head that will come from the inside of the first head. This is a big project, but let's get to work on it. So here's how it's looking. This was the bottom loop of the head, or the top loop of the neck, however you want to call it. And then this will be the front here. That's the back, and then these are the two sides there. Once I get this piece cut into those two, I think that's going to shape up the hoop a little more squarely and or circularly. But yeah, I think it's shaping up pretty good, and then we'll be able to actually start shaping the head with the 1/2 inch. It's gonna work nice. So this is the head in progress. You can see we've got the main frame built up with the PVC. That was originally going to be connected, but I don't think that's, I might do that with a 1/4 inch and just try to tighten that up a little bit. But this is all kind of running through here. It's still a little bit loose, but it'll be tightened up by the time it's all done. So we just got the 1/2 inch going through. It'll be sitting on, this will be the 4th layer, the 4th hoop. And then the head will be on top of that. So here is the frame for the outer head. As you know, the sandworm has 2 heads, and this will be the outer head. I'm going to probably cover this in some white tarp or something and paint it. To get the sandworm look. So we've got the lips in the front. This is a 45-degree angle. It might have to be screwed in just to make sure they don't pop out. See the same thing down here. And this is more or less how this is going to work. It's pretty complex. This is probably the most complex thing that I've built yet. And I've got to keep in mind that this is going to be up there, looking down. Once I get some more pipe, I'm going to attach 2 pieces. I'm going to attach 2 pieces on either side of this front pipe that will come down to about here, about 5 feet. They'll come out. To do the inside head, I'm going to attach 2 pieces of 1/2 inch that will come out this way, and then I'll probably use some wire to shape the head a little bit more. Some more. I have 2 more that come from the bottom side that'll come down, and they'll just probably rest on this, and it'll all be wired, and we'll make sure it sits in there just nice. So this is where we are at the moment. It doesn't look like much yet, but it will. I keep promising it will work out. All right, we're starting to get the skin on. I got some cheap sheets off of Amazon and stretch stretching them out, I am holding them in with safety pins. I'm just basically using these as thread, and this is the inner mouth. I'm getting the top one done now and just kind of going through, holding it down with safety pins, and hopefully that will be enough to hold it in place. Once it's done, I'm going to paint the lips and the teeth on there. I'm going to cut some cardboard teeth for the top and the bottom one when I get those done, and I think it's gonna end up working out pretty good. And here it is with the head mostly wrapped. I'm gonna start painting it tomorrow. We've got that up in there, but you won't see that as much because I'll have the back covered up as well. And then I'm gonna come in and, like I said, I'm gonna paint the lips blue, paint the lips blue here. This I'm just gonna paint the teeth, and I'm gonna make cardboard teeth that will come down and come up from the bottom of the lower jaw there. And I'm pretty sure this is gonna work out nicely. We are in the process of getting it painted. Just use some spray paint to put the red on. I had some red that I was going to paint with a brush, but it was a little pinkish more than red, so I decided to go with the spray paint, and it worked out kind of nice. I like the way it kind of runs on the fabric. Still got this side to finish up. Got the eyes in there. I'm going to paint the pupil at the bottom, and at the moment I am just putting in the spaces in between the teeth. This is my first time really attempting to create negative space, so it's kind of a new thing for me. I'm still figuring that out, but I think in the end, once it's up in the air, it's gonna look good. I'm gonna have to do the head up on top too, and then I can get the back done and get the legs completed behind the tree and wrap some black stripes with garbage bags, and we're gonna have a life-size sandworm real soon. So it's a couple days before Halloween, and we're getting the sandworm just about done. We did get news that we're going to be getting 40-mile-per-hour winds, so I have decided to not go the full 20 feet that I was looking for. We're going to scale it down a little bit, but it still looks really good. I'm pretty happy with it so far. We've got a little bit of work to do, but here she is at the moment. So you see we've got the face painted. I think those eyes are looking pretty cool. I'm gonna clean up some of this. Still want to try to get that mouth closed a little bit more, but I'm gonna close up some of those holes in the back. At the moment, I've got, here's what we're going on. When I started, I had these 3-foot posts. I had these 3-foot poles that I was using to build it, because that would, made it everything easy to reach. And then once I got the head to this point, I went ahead and added these 2-foot poles. So we're at a total of up to 5 feet to here, and then that's going up about another 3 feet. So we're about 8 feet total on this. I am just holding these together with these zip ties. They're quick, they're easy. When I go to take it apart, they'll be quick and easy. And I'm going to, before I finish closing all this in, I've got to go in and add a couple more strips of cloth here just to close that hole up. I might even take these out and cut them just to make them wider. And then once I do that, I'm going to add a pull strap or a ratchet strap up here. I'm gonna run it back over this, down over here, and then I'm going to anchor it to that tree. And I might if we're getting 40-mile-per-hour winds, I might actually go ahead and get a few ground anchors as well. But that is where we're at the moment. I think it looks pretty good. If it were as high as I was originally planning, it might not even look as good as it does, because this is pretty close enough to make it look like it's about to eat you. I'm pretty happy with it. Now, for the weather in Cincinnati today, we are getting lots of high winds and plenty of rain. It's not uncommon. We get that quite a bit around here. So we take steps to make sure that that's not a big issue. Could be a little testing this year, because some of the winds are supposed to gust up to 40 to 50 miles per hour. So we'll see how my stuff holds up. Here's the setup. As you are walking down the sidewalk, you'll start to see this first, unless you're coming the other way. This is the cemetery. You might have seen the lights in action. We've got a green light right there in the middle, and then a blue light on either side on those tombstones. All of this gets lit up. Those guys are animatronic. They play a solo for St. James Infirmary Blues, which is a great tune, and that's going to be a lot of fun when I get turn those on. The Beetlejuice, if you haven't seen that, lettering lights up red, and that's that. Now, I do want to say that I have toned it down considerably this year, just because of all the wind, which supposed to do this all day long. So far, we're holding up pretty good. If you want to know how I did that, go watch some of my other videos. I'll show you how I windproofed them. The pug is going off the charts. This is our candy delivery, candy dispensing area in my driveway. We've got the carport put up. We've got some lights in there. I had originally planned to do like a whole table. The table's back there. And I was going to dress it up like the Deo thing. I may still put that together real quick. But I don't have any shrimp, so we'll see how that works. And then once you walk past that, there's the Sandworm. This guy was supposed to be much taller, but when I found out that we were going to be having 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts, I thought it probably safer just to keep it closer to the ground. So I'm 6'2". You can see, still not exactly short. Here's the top of the head. And it's just some sheets over some PVC that I painted. Thought it looked pretty good. It's not quite the gigantic monstrosity that it's supposed to be, but I think it'll do well. I think the kids will like it. So, and then I've got that light right there to light it up.